Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Bophelong. My name is Bophelong. Today we celebrate bravery, one young woman's quest to make the best out of life while fighting a rare and fatal genetic condition that accelerates the aging process, Progeria. Ontlametse Phalatse just recently celebrated another milestone in her life, and we were there to capture the moment. First, she gives us a brief update of the disease that she lives with. Take a look.
Meet Ontlametse Phalatse living with Progeria. Her life journey has not been an easy one. She takes us back to memory lane and tells us about her life growing up.
Well, I grew up in Hebron, and I grew up with my mom, my grandma, my big brother, and we had cousins. My other cousins lived with us. And I went to primary school in Laredo in Hebron until grade 7. From there, I went to Dominican Convent School in Johannesburg.
Growing up, life was not pleasant. She did not know what her disease was.
Me growing up, I was kind of a crash. I was kind of a shy child. But as time went by, I started to develop, more interest. Since all, I was even different from other children, and it was a difficult thing, because I never even knew what was progeria by then. I always assumed and believed in whatever rumors that were there out there, other children were saying. And which was a difficult thing, not for only me, but also for my family. But I guess I was really a strong child growing up. I always believed in myself, and I knew that whatever reason I'm different from others, there should be a good reason why God made it like that.
She knew little about her condition, and that made her want to explore more about it.
Well, after people realized what disease I had, it was kind of a little bit better, and that's why I started knowing life and enjoying life, and that's where I started to realize what kind of life is it, being normal in a way.
Ontlametse is one of the 2 known South African people to be diagnosed with progeria. Bleak and hopeless was what was predicted of her life. Today we celebrate her life and the strength she possesses every day of living with the condition.
The term progeria, I know, is that it's a rare disease that children with progeria, they function faster, so they develop more diseases quicker, and their body inside age faster.
Ontlametse's mother, Bella Phalatse, got a breakthrough of her daughter's life through her friend.
It was difficult too much because of antipile Ontlametse. Ilongwano healthy until another 3 months I change. Then I started anna very tiny, then miriri itluha, then manalahai a change. So selohana difficult monna hore ke maketsuru hwetsahalang. I thought maybe ke cancer, onale cancer. Then nka starta ka tsamaya spetlele ka se kry thuso. Then till ke kry one of my friends, a neighbor, ale abroad. Then monna hai ile doctor ko UK. Then ampotsa hore no Ontlametse hana cancer na. There is a disease called Progeria.
Her mother, after understanding about the condition and taking her for relevant help, started counting each day as a blessing.
Then re tsamaye re George Mukari. Ha re fitla ko George Mukari, re batle a genetic doctor. Then re thola a staying. So go hospital na bana ha no maybe ra hafanyana. Then I insist hore no, this is Progeria until I get Dr. Hani ba cheke mo website in Dr. Hani I ya ke Progeria. Then re starte hona mo re itse hore ke Progeria a tsamaye le rona a Wonder Park ampontshe mo website ngwana le hore ba byang ke bana ba bannang ko America ke bolwetse bo byang Progeria.
Her mother embraced the disease, knowing that they as a family had to live with it, making it part of their life journey.
Progeria ka re ke tshumi ya ka hona beno. Gore ke itse in and out hona beno ha ke sa tlhele ke tshoha hore gore ke itse hore ha ho etsahala so if akare ke tshwere ke tlhogo mama. Yes, I know hore ke di symptoms ho tla so ho irahala so ho etsahalang because wa gola kere dingwaga di a tsamaya le body ya hae e thomo change sefatlhego sa isa change so ke a itse hore ke dilo tse ntseng ke di itse ke na le ha ke ile kwa America ba ntlhalosetsa ba nruta ka bolwetse bo ka ba bona ke nna le bomme ba ba tshoreng ba bana ba Progeria so ra bolela so ke se ke itse a ke sa tlhele e le ntho e leng hore ya ntshosa like at first na re tontshosa Ontlametse a mpotsa hore ka leso la ka ho tsahalang ka 13 years ne ke tsuntsa tlhokofale mara ka re God is good, God is great. Le ho rapela modimo wa khono bona 17. So ke leboha modimo ka tse tlheletsang ke tse ditseng tsona ene ke na handa Ontlametse sentse le strong sentse kae.
Ontlametse, being brought up by a single parent, is proud of her brother for being there for her.
I grew up with a single parent, like my mom, but I can't say it was a single parent as such because my brother was there. So my brother was kind of my mother, my brother, my dad, and my mom. So he kind of supported my mom.
Being one of the few children in South Africa being diagnosed with progeria, it was difficult for her to receive treatment.
It was hard because no one knew the disease. There was no medication in South Africa. And I went to the wrong doctors, thought that I had some different disease, which was very difficult, because even for my mom, she always used to say that I'm getting medication, but I can't see any progress, which was kind of difficult. But by then, my mom didn't have any work. So it was also difficult financially. Oh, and after she did get some job, but she had to quit since I got ill and I needed her at home.
Life turned to be difficult for her as those around her didn't understand what progeria was.
Many people didn't understand what progeria was. I guess I was the first child known with progeria, and it was very, very difficult because everyone assumed that I had TB, I had HIV, I had eczema, all those kind of diseases. And also for me, growing up, not knowing what disease I had, it was very difficult to explain mostly to whatever children, my friends. It was really, really, really difficult because I didn't know what was progeria. And people, not only children, but also adults, instead of supporting me, instead of being there for me, they were not even there. They didn't care. They also assumed that I had HIV, TB, which was very, very, it made things very difficult for us.
Being the only child at school with the disease, her teachers struggled to accept her.
Well, I had some few teachers that supported me. And they tried to support me, not to realize that people are actually laughing at me and stuff. And there were some teachers that were against it. I could say it was a middle class thing, because I remember when I was in grade 1, I was this tiny little girl where no one believed that I was going to grade 1, and they made me write tests like separately. And I passed the test, which was making puzzles. I know it's so funny, but anyway. It was kind of difficult knowing that people don't know what you have and you also don't know yourself. And in class, there are some things that I was smart, but there were some things that I couldn't do like other children.
She remembers one unpleasant incident that occurred at school.
Sometimes it's hard, knowing that people think that I can't do some things, but I can. Like, for example, at school, sometimes they care a lot, where they don't even want me to carry my school bag every time. But I can do some things alone, trying to be more independent.
Ontlametse's life is a path worth traveling, as she has taught many about the disease she lives with.
I had one really, really bad experience during xenophobia. I was at school and it happened at the back of our school. That was the worst experience ever because I slept with my techies actually. Because I was really, really scared. They were near my school. I had guns, we couldn't sleep, and police were surrounding our schools, and we do have some foreign students in our school. So I was really, really nervous.
Despite her deteriorating health, Ontlametse remained committed to her education, and that has opened her up to a whole new world of endless possibilities for the outspoken matriculant with big dreams. Let's take a short break. We are back with more.
Did you go to heaven?
Kelvin is the one who created all this.
What are you fighting over? Us?
If there is 10 million in my account, it will be in the front page the next day.
Do you have 10 million?
Oh, Jesus, hold my hand. Hallelujah.
It's happening right here on Question Time today.
Monday to Thursday at 5:30 p.m. on the SABC News Channel.
One other person has been shot dead and another is in a critical condition in hospital.
The CRL has laid charges against controversial televangelist Paseka Mutsoneng.
More than 1.3 million South Africans have been added in the past two registration weekends.
The International Monetary Fund warns that
technology isn't all scary. There's also fun stuff like gaming.
Lots of women do play games, whether it's on their phones or their tablets.
Then to make other people's lives much easier.
We typed the whole CV on a small, QWERTY Nokia phone.
For all these and other technology and social media news, join me, Spumelele Zondi, every Sunday at 7:30 p.m. Central African Time on SABC News.
Welcome back to Bophelong on SABC News. Ontlametse, in her 17th year of life, is not fazed by the knowledge that her life might be cut short due to progeria. She has dreams and aspirations just like any other teenager, and she's determined to make them all a reality.
Ontla was always confident and strong, but being a child, people made it hard for her to ignore their comments. But she quickly learned that nothing anyone says mattered, and she quickly possessed even more strength.
At first, I cared a lot. I used to cry. But as time went by, I realized that, you know what, life needs to move on. I'm not going to stop living my life just because of what other people think about me. Actually, when people stare at me, I also stare at them, mostly at the mall. I'll stare back, and some people will even fall, or some people will actually follow me and stuff. But I just don't care what they say.
Her mother speaks about how her child is just like any other child.
Too much Ontlametse. Wa bolela thata mara wa utlwella. Ke drama queen.
Ontlametse, just like any other teenage girl, fulfills her house chores, leading a normal life.
I clean, I cook, I wash dishes. Most of the time, that's what I do.
Being in her condition, making friends for Ontlametse was not as easy.
Well, I never had a lot of friends. I only had 2 best friends, but now I only currently continue the friendship with one of them, which was a good thing. They both understood me and they both cared a lot. I mean, they helped me with the school back at primary, and it was very difficult, moving on, thinking that I have to start a new friendship with new people who don't even know me. But otherwise, I mean, that's life. I have to move on.
She's a sweet and loving person with a big personality that stands out amongst others.
I'm a bubbly person. I'm naughty like you. I tease people at times. And I have different characters in a way. When it comes to a point where I have to be serious, I have to be a leader, I do that. But most of the time, I just enjoy myself in school. I'm naughty. The teachers always not complain in a negative way, but in a positive way. Yeah, so I have two different personalities.
She dreams of being able to help those in need when she graduates from university.
I like psychology a lot, but looking at my health-wise, that, I'm in high school now and everyone takes care of me at high school. Every little thing I do, they are there. And then thinking that in varsity, I have to start independent, stairs, lecture classes are far from each other. And I like psychology and I like motivational speaking. So I'm going to go for motivational speaking.
Just like any other 17-year-old, Ontlametse looks up to this one particular person in her life that keeps her burning spirit alive.
My role model is Lyra. I really, really, really like her. She's my inspiration. The way she sings, her interviews. And when I met her, she was just amazing. I really like her.
America being the only country that helps little Ontlametse with her medication, she finds it very useful to be traveling abroad.
I used to go to America every year, but since all they saw a good progress, I now go every after 2 years to get the medication, because there's no any medication in South Africa for progeria. So I go every after 2 years, they examine the body and how everything is doing, and they give me more medication. And most probably I am going January 2017.
Her trips to America made her meet new people who also undergo the same treatment as her, and that created a bond between her and the other children she met.
First time being in America, it was super awesome because I've never been there, and it was snowing a good part. And I really felt special knowing that I'm not the only one in the world with this progeria disease. And I actually found more children with progeria. And now, since I know how it looks like in America, it's simple. But not only that, I'm now able to contact with other progeria kids. And some actually are struggling in other countries, for people not able to support them, like they are country-wise. Like, for example, this one I know, I'm not sure where he lives, but he's doing homeschooling. The reason being is because at school people tease him. So can you imagine that actually me being motivated by myself, I'm actually lucky because now I'm actually healthier because I'm outside and I can experience more things, being outside the world. And I actually talked to him and tried to motivate him that it's never end of the world. I mean, he needs to go out there and make them understand what is progeria and make them that he will never ever change. That's how he is. All they have to do is to support him and love him for who he is.
Bella gives words of encouragement to other women out there who are going through a similar situation, that love is the most important medicine one can give to their children.
No matter situation, no matter how thata bang, ngwana hele wa o mo rata. A hona modimo a re ra fela, hona le purpose ya hore wa tsentse ho nne so, ene modimo ka se o fe morwalo le hore o tla o palla. So ke re bo mme ba tshware ka thata, ban rate bana ba bona, ba ntse bana ka mo dikamoreng ba tsamaile bana ba bona, ba ba fa lerato.
One of the great days in a pupil's life is being able to celebrate all those years of their schooling in a glamorous matric farewell function. We recently joined Ontlametse at her matric farewell celebration. That's coming up after the break.
there are no permanent enemies or friends in politics.
I agree with Professor Siepe fully. Do people still preserve the meaning?
They have no clue what it meant to be black under apartheid.
Acting Police Commissioner Phahlane dropped a bombshell in Parliament this week when he suggested there could be a possible cover-up. What do you think of this story? What kind of problems were those, Vu, if I can just get in there quickly?
Every corner or sphere of our lives has become a site of struggle.
Watch Media Monitor with me, Alicia Jali, Sundays at 9 a.m. only on the SABC News channel.
Welcome back. She lives with the body of a 63-year-old according to medical reports, but her spirit defies age and any disease. She shows off her glamorous side at her matric farewell. Let's have a look.
The Bophelong team was invited to accompany Ontlametse to a matric dance. She tells us how much she has been looking forward to this day.
Wow, my matric dance, I've been looking out for it since grade 7, thinking that, oh my gosh, I'm also one day gonna be in matric, finally. Matric dance night, being there with the roommates with all nice dresses, nice shoes, nice hair, makeup. I'm quite excited, even though it's a surprise, you guys will see it, what my dress looks like or who's the designer, but I'm looking forward. So far, I've got most of the things ready for it.
What was deemed as a bleak future is today seen as a bright future. And Ontlametse's mother couldn't have been happier to see her daughter finishing her matric and celebrating her matric dance.
Nkare Ontlametse abale a ithute thata, and then a thapele mo thapelong hore a itse re modimo ke ena ho fihla wana banong ke ka modimo fela mo re leng mo teng. So sentse a itse lerato la modimo, and then abale, then a sa focusa mo bashimaneng le drama tsa dirang drama queen ba boetsang bo fokotsega because tertiary ke ntho engwe e bothata mo.
Her headmaster also shared his excitement with us about the upcoming matric dance and the resilience Ontlametse showed throughout the year.
Well, she's indicated she wants to go into a career where she can help other people. So, as far as I'm aware from the conversations I've had with her, she wants to go into something like social working, psychology, something where she can be of use, a contributing member to community.
A day before her matric dance, Ontla took us to meet her designer, Gert Johan Coetzee, designed her fairy tale dress, and this is how they met.
I met Ontla through email when they contacted me and asked me, Ontla's a big fan and would love me to make a matric dance dress. Of course, I jumped at the opportunity and we made her a beautiful gown that is just going to make her dreams come true. She's going to be the real Cinderella at the ball.
Gert explained the process of making Ontlametse's dress.
She exactly knew what she wanted. She was very precise. I like this, I don't like that. I want this and this and this. So it was very nice, and she's a real fashionista, so it was a great experience.
Here are some of his best wishes for Ontlametse and her bright future.
I would like to say to her that she's an inspiration for millions. I think it's really brave to see her going through life and inspiring so many people. She's inspired me and she's touched my life, and I'm sure for the rest of her life she's going to do the same with other people. So it's a real blessing to have had this opportunity to work with her.
Hi, I'm Ontlametse Phalatse, and today's the 13th of May, my matric dance. Come with me and see what I have for you.
On her big night, Ontla's preparation went a little something like this. Rolling up to the venue to meet up with her friends to celebrate the evening, Ontla arrived grandly in a vintage car. After all the years of an uncertain future, this is how she feels about finally finishing off high school and celebrating her matric dance.
Well, I'm quite excited that I'm already here, and at the same time I'm nervous. Well, I don't know what to expect, so probably I'm just going to dance, celebrate with the rest, communicate with my few friends.
A few years back, she was teased, labeled to have AIDS and no support at all. It was predicted she would not live past her 14th birthday. Well, she lived past her sweet 16th birthday. Being as optimistic as she is about her life, it seems we are yet to see more of the bubbly and happy Ontlametse Phalatse.
She looks like a belle of the ball in that dress. Absolutely stunning. Thank you to Ontlametse for sharing her story with us and for you at home for watching. Until next week, goodbye.